This might look complex, but it's actually very simple. With some basic modeling and UV skills, you can build something like this in minutes. So in this video, I'm going to take you through it. This technique is taken from my 10-week 3D Artist Bootcamp. Links to that and my other courses are in the description. So I've got my simple castle courtyard just here, and this took roughly around 15 minutes to create. Yes, there's limitations. You can see where the objects butt up against each other. There's harsh lines, but with a little bit more effort, so a few objects scattered around like grass, barrels, small rocks, and maybe some nice details like a cart and a well, this could look really effective. So how do we do it so quickly? Well, I'll take you across to the UV editing workspace, because the key is in this texture here. There's one single texture known as a texture atlas, and you can probably tell if I press Control Spacebar and zoom in on this, you can probably see that each of my objects are mapped to a certain area of this texture atlas. So I'll explain a little bit further. So Control Spacebar to come out of that. Let's take this single house here. I'll select that and isolate it. And let's break it down. So let's start with the wooden beams. You can see that they're all separate, and it's relatively easy to copy and paste them and just resize them, maybe reshape them very slightly, and you can come up with the frame of the house. So nothing too complicated there. Let's take this beam. You can see that it's been mirrored in the y-axis, so back there, and the x-axis as well, which cuts down the modeling even further. So I'll bring those back, take you into edit mode, and let's isolate the shape once again, and you can see how simple that is. It is a cube with the top and bottom removed. I've got some loop cuts around here. That's just so I can add a little bit of variation and make it wobble a bit. And then it's all about the unwrapping. And that's the key to this technique. If I select all my faces and then show you in the UV editor, so this is the UV editor just here. Zoom in on that area. I'll just bring this out slightly so you can see it. I've got my wooden plank texture, and I have taken each of these sides. So Alt-A to deselect all, and I'll press L to select linked and choose select linked by seam. And you can see that one side just there, I've cut it up and I've moved the UVs into this area. I can select them in here, and if I move them to a different plank, you can see that changing in here, and I could move them to a separate plank, and that would work also. And each of these sides, you can see this one here, that's on that area, and so on. And then you should be able to roughly see how I can build up a house like this. Areas like this, that's just a plane. So again, if I isolate that shape, you can see it's just a plane. But if I go into edit mode, select all, you can see that it is unwrapped to this wall texture here. And then if we go back to the house, you can see that the window, that's also a plane, which you can see up here. The door you can see just there. And I have reshaped it slightly. I've scaled it in the x-axis in this case to make sure it fits. My windows, you can see that I've not kept the frames in. So it's not particularly tidy. This one's a little bit better, I would say. And then we've got this bottom window here with slightly more complicated shapes like this one up here. You might have to put a bit more effort into your modeling. So what does this look like in edit mode? Well, you can see not a huge amount of complexity, but just a little bit to give that tiny bit of bump up here. That helps get rid of those really sharp lines where objects butt up against each other. So there's a bit more detail there. It can get a little bit tricky when it comes to the very edge. If I press Alt-A, you can see our texture goes around the edge there, and I've been a bit lazy at the bottom here, and you can see some texture stretching, so you can get away with a little bit depending on which angle you're going to look at the particular object. So I'm assuming it's going to be kind of top down, so we don't have to worry, but we do have to worry about the edge here, and I should have worried about this edge down here. So I can select that face from here to here. So you can see that selected there. Let's see where they are on my UV map. Not in a very good spot. So I can press U to unwrap, angle based, and you can see them lining up there. I'll just scale that, move that into position, somewhere around there. And you can see now we've got our tiles just there. It's easier to see the other side down here because it's not selected. And then I can scale this. So I'll have to scale it upwards slightly by the looks of things to try and get it in line. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can see what's going on there. And I've roughly got it in line, and you can do a slightly better job than me if you're doing this more seriously. So it's just a case of unwrapping your objects and placing them on your texture atlas. Then you end up with lots of modules like the roof, the beams, the plaster, and you can then create different looking houses, or even a castle wall using this texture here. So again, going into edit mode, take this top bit for example, you can see it unwrapped there. The next bit down is this bit here, and that's unwrapped there, and it works relatively well. If you wanted to add detail to this, then you could go in and start sculpting some of these areas, make them look a bit more worn and weathered. But this is simply just an array modifier to create the wall, and these turrets are very low poly, and you can see the simple textures that have been built up there. And then you put it all together and you've got a very simple scene like this, just using one texture. And once you've done one house and one castle wall and one turret, you can keep repeating them and create quite a large landscape with these different objects in. So hopefully that's useful to you. If you've got any questions, then do comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.